It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. 180. 48, Mike. 12, 21. Mike, 48, Mike, 48.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Garoppolo gives to Breida.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida, and he's going to be taken down right at the line. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
65. Alpha.
They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
First down, San Francisco.
Hey, gun. Stay. 2.
On first down, here's Breida. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
180! White. You two jet bombers. 11.
From just shy of midfield, Garoppolo flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Matt Judon. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Being chased out left. Finding some room at midfield. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
At the 43-yard line.
On 2nd and a couple. Jackson flushed out right. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Ingram. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. On third down. Mark Ingram. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after one on EA Sports.
They'll run on first down.
It's Ingram. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 26 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Throwing on second down, Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Hey, Delta.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
High 7.
On second and 12, Garoppolo. The Sanders has got it complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Here's Garoppolo on first and 10. And that's complete to Sanders. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. From 8 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Jackson now. This one complete to Ingram. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And an alley to run. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. From the 44, Jackson has got it to Ingram, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Here's a throw off the scramble, and that's complete out left. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long, eluding the pressure right. Got a man, it's Brown. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 32 yards, and the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ballgame. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw is Garoppolo. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
21.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Now Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the... Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. Stepping aside from this game for a second, how about us being in Week 10 of the NFL season right now? That makes me want to resurface that MVP talk we had earlier in the year. Who do you have right now leading in the MVP race?
Is this quarterbacks edition only, or can we actually bring other people
yeah, go wherever.
Because the league does tell you that MVP can be anyone, but numbers show us it's really got to be a quarterback. So let's just start there, right? Russell Wilson in Seattle. I think he has to be a prime guy. I think you have to look at Tom Brady, all right? It's always Tom Brady. Patrick Mahomes, if he can get back into the lineup and be his usual self, he could get into this race again and maybe defend his crown. And Aaron Rodgers from Green Bay has really come on in recent weeks despite a stumble against the Chargers this past week. But how about Lamar Jackson? I mean, what he's doing with Baltimore and their win over New England, you got to have him as a prime candidate, and you know how much I love Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, he's in special one, isn't he?
Oh, he is absolutely special because he does it all. And if they weren't risking injury, he'd run back kicks too.
On 1st down, Ingram. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run. It's Mark Ingram. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. From the 29, Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And they'll get this down to the 10. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
They'll run here with Ingram. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram, his second touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
This is Coleman. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Garoppolo now. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Breida. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 33-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Wait, 80! 21, 21.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1.
It brings up 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll run it with Coleman. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Ingram again. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Flush to his right. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play that time for the Ravens. 41 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves them in pretty good shape. After the penalty, it's Ingram. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Jackson. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Jackson's going to throw it, and this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the